In today's video, we find out what happens when Boss Raz meets 3 raptors inside of Fortnite. As always, if you are new around here, roughly 98% of you guys watching this channel right here aren't subscribed, so tap that subscribe button, make sure you press it, and get kept up to date with all of the latest Boss Meets and content over on the channel. Thank you anyone considering to do that, and don't forget to pop in code POSTBOXPAT to the item shop to support me. Head over to your item shop, pop it in, it takes less than 5 seconds to enter in, and once you guys have done that, it helps support the channel even further. Anyway, how exactly are we going to do this today? What are we going to do? Where do we start? So this is exactly the plan. So first off, I had to locate 3 raptors. This took over an hour to find, so they were actually located over by Dirty, and then I had to take them over to Raz. Now finding 3 raptors isn't as easy as you think. Jump into the gameplay, which you can see here. I decided to head over to the lake area outside of retail because usually that's where I spot 3 raptors. I was using my impulse bow to rotate over, or the shockwave bow should I call it, and that helped me get here a lot faster inside of Battle Labs. And then what I had to do was locate these 3 raptors. Luckily enough, I'd already crafted myself a hunter's cloak, and this task wasn't going to be as easy as you think. These raptors do seem to have a few problems with them when you tame them. For example, if you were to tame these raptors off the bat, they would then start fighting each other. So I had to split these raptors up the best I could with my remaining 2 arrows. This isn't as easy as you think, but you know, it's worth a shot, and this is how I'm going to attempt to tame 3 raptors in one little game. So here we go. Let's shoot an impulse net. Okay, that sends him flying. We've got this one over here, and they're pretty good spread right here. Just this one here, 1 arrow on him, and that should send him away. And now if I tame this one, I'm going to stand in front of him so he doesn't walk away from me. Let's get him tamed. There's 1 tame, nice. And we're going to head over to the second one just over here and see if we can tame him as well. Now if we manage to tame this one, this will be our second one tamed, and here we go. All right, perfect. So we got our second one tamed, and now the third raptor, who's actually down the hill. Hopefully these 2 don't catch up to me in time and will not engage this third raptor. We'll be able to get all 3 in one game, and that's the perfect opportunity for us to then head over to Raz and see what's going to happen when they meet. Okay, let's get the taming. All right, come on bro, please stand still, please stand still. All right, perfect, he stood still, and we got him. So we got all 3. That was a really nice lucky tame. We have no arrows remaining, so what we're going to do is we're going to rotate over to Raz right now and make sure these guys do follow us over. Now one thing to consider when actually getting these to rotate with you, they do despawn if you lose their kind of range where they are on the map near you, or you lose track of them. So I have to kind of walk over quite slowly. Otherwise, I'd just grab a car, boat, or get myself some more arrows and shockwave myself over a lot quicker. So sadly, I'm going to have to walk over. But don't worry guys, you won't have to watch this. I'm going to skip ahead straight until we arrive at Raz and show you guys what our next process was when we arrive at Raz. So we've arrived at the Spire, and as you can see, Raz is in that tree over there. What I did is actually put Raz in that tree before I started recording, just because I thought it'd be a lot easier to do this. Obviously, you can see this game's been going now for an hour and 5 minutes or so, and Raz is in a decent spot. So all I'm going to do is just clear a bunch of these obstacles in the way. And you're probably wondering, Pat, why are you clearing these rocks and stuff, and why are you clearing all this? Well, the key reason for that is because the raptors actually get attracted to any structures that are destroyable, which would make them maybe possibly not fight Raz in a certain situation, and that's not what we wanted. So instead, I decided to now take a bunch of metal pieces and build a little kind of bit of a bridge type thing, or a reinforcement here, so that Raz wouldn't be able to break through here as well, which would cause him to go around the long way into his Spire, giving us access to allow this fight to last a little bit longer. So you see that's what I'm doing here. I'm just setting up kind of this bridge style structure, which is really going to help me out. My screen's a little bit glitchy at the minute. I'm getting a really bad like screen tear down the middle, so I apologize about that, but it should be gone in a second when we switch into the replay, which is going to happen now. Okay, we are now in the replay, and you guys can see that we've now managed to recruit ourselves 3 raptors, and we are ready to go. Raz is still in his tree, just chilling. What's really good about putting him in this tree right here is for some reason his hitbox won't hit it with his pickaxe, so he's basically stuck up there permanently until I decide to break this tree down, ready for the raptors to engage. Currently, we've got a little bit of an issue with one of our raptors though. Raz is just stationary, and one of our raptors is a little bit glitched, but luckily enough, I'm going to fix that up, get this raptor up and working, and this should hopefully all work nicely when we push these all into the same spot. So there you go, 1 raptor goes in. He's the one that's glitched. For some reason, he's just completely stood still. With a few good impulses, it should put him into the action though. As soon as someone does hostile attack me, which should be Raz in a second, we should see him in the action. You can see our other 2 raptors are coming in as well. We're about to break down this tree right here to allow this fight to begin. So Raptor 1 on the right, Raptor 2 coming in right now, and Raptor 3 coming in as well. And it looks like this raptor decides to break the tree himself. He breaks it with 1 hit, and the fight begins. He starts, and Raz goes straight with his super. And it looks like Raz's super does not affect wreck the Raptors right there. That's a really interesting one we've just discovered there. So Raz's super ability does not work on animals. This could be a huge game changer for the Raptors right here, because Raz is not going to be able to regenerate in this situation, and the Raptors are going to be able to do a lot of damage to him over time. With 3 of them slowly pecking at him, this should do enough damage to hopefully defeat Raz. You can see 3 of the Raptors are currently right now on Raz, doing as much damage as possible. One of them decides to back off a little bit, 2 of them quite close on Raz. Raz is using his bow of his best he can. He is missing a few shots though. He's not actually hitting that many, but he's not doing much damage to himself either, so it's okay at the minute for Raz. He's not damaging himself, but he's also not damaging the Raptors. You can see he's trying to break back up the long way back into the Spire. I'm luckily blocking that off, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly shockwave him away from here to get him out of this section, because we don't want him stuck against there. So you can see Raz gets teleported over to this side over here, and he is ready to get back into the action again, firing his bow in at the Raptors, trying his best to get as much damage on them. You can see obviously another Raptor coming in right there, and everything is going pretty well to plan right here. Now let's just take it back a little bit just to show you guys what's going on here in the replay. So you can see obviously that Raz himself, he does not like these Raptors. It's clear that when I impulse him away, he wants to get away from these as quickly as possible, and they must be a hostile threat for him, because you can see he's trying his best to hit them with the bow, but he's just missing. The Raptors are dodging so many of his shots at range, which allow them to get up really nice and close, which is really key right here in this fight, because that is how they're going to do their damage. Even that knockback ability from the Raptors, a little bit of a letdown for them, because what it does, it gives Raz more room. They want to be as close as possible. They do not want to use their knockback ability. You can see we've now still got 3 of our Raptors remaining. Raz's shield has been cracked, so we are in a position now where the Raptors possibly could win this battle between Raz. You can see Raz again impulses away just to make it a little bit easier for us in this situation. Again, Raptors are surrounding him. Another jump attack comes in right there. That's a crazy jump attack from that Raptor, and 3 of the Raptors are straight on him. It looks like Raz gets a really big hit there though on 245 on one of the Raptors, so definitely one of them is going to be pretty low. You can see Raz again trying to get as much damage on these as possible, using his explosion on the floor, but still damaging himself right there, and he takes out one of the Raptors, so we are now down to 2 of the Raptors right now, and Raz is still standing with only 2 Raptors remaining. This is a close battle between these, a very close call. These 2 Raptors are getting him really close to try and do as much damage as possible to Raz while they can before we get the knockback on him again. They're doing pretty well, but Raz isn't actually damaging himself much. Another impulse comes in there from me just to split these up a little bit to make it a little bit easier to track towards the end. You can see that Raz again is approaching these Raptors on the left side. The Raptors are trying to get a better angle on him to knock him down the hill. You can see they're trying their best to do that. One is again getting a decent amount of damage on Raz. Another one comes in and gets the hit as well. Raz going for a 360 right there, which is pretty crazy. He gets another pushback on Raz, which isn't what you want, Raptors. This is not good, but some damage is coming in here from these Raptors. They're getting in close. Are they going to hit? Another one comes in with a jump, and one of the Raptors goes down. This is crazy. The other Raptor and Raz are trying their best, and both Raz and the Raptor go down right there. Wow, it's a draw. I have never had a draw before, so yeah, that's the first draw we've ever experienced on the channel. So wow, I did not expect the Raptors and Raz to draw. 3 Raptors versus 1 Raz. Raptors and Raz draw. What a crazy video that was. I did not expect that. I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I hope to see you guys in future content. And once again, click on the videos on screen. And this is By Post, signing out.